We're still up on the tripod. Good morning, everybody. I said good morning, everybody. What a beautiful day. Jasper here. Today is Wednesday, February the 9th. At least I think it's the 9th. Could be the 8th, but we'll go with the 9th for now. Early morning. It's about 6 a.m. We're at the bottom, at the base, at the beginning of the Blue Mountain here in Ontario, Collingwood, Ontario. Heading up to the Bruce Trail. We're going to spend the day hiking the Bruce Trail here in Ontario. It's a beautiful place to be. I love the Bruce Trail. I consider it my own trail. Of course, it's for everybody. Hey, it's dark out. It's early, it's 6 a.m. Kind of an ominous looking sky. Probably can't really see anything in the GoPro, I know that, but there's a little bit of kind of moonshine, if you will. I don't mean the one you drink, but just moonshine coming through the layer of clouds. You know what? When it gets a little lighter, we'll chit-chat a little bit more. Meanwhile, we got a big climb ahead of us here today, so let's get to it. As we climb higher and higher up Blue Mountain, we start to get some amazing views. And now I'm not sure in the GoPro what you will see of the city lights of Collingwood, because that's several miles away. But when you're out here on the trail, it's an absolutely beautiful sight. Again, the city lights of Collingwood and the lights reflecting, or the light reflecting off the clouds above the city, or the town. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Trail still very dark and still very much in a climb. Probably about halfway up Blue Mountain at this point. Okay, let's just keep going. Just take a look at that. And I do hope you can see this in the GoPro. It is starting to get just a little bit lighter. I'm going to say the beginning of dawn. You can see a redness in the clouds over the town. Over the town of Collingwood. But, and again, I realize probably not a lot on the GoPro. There's light coming through the ominous looking clouds, or the cloud layer, and that makes it kind of ominous and interesting and just, well, I know I say this a lot, but right this moment in time, there's pretty much nowhere else I'd rather be. It's just absolutely stunningly beautiful. Wow. Take a look ahead of me as we push north higher and higher and higher. Can you see the moon? I don't know if you can see the moon in the sky. Again, the glow of the light coming through the cloud layer. And then the branches of the trees in front of it. Again, you know what? I guess all the worms are for me. I don't know if you get that, but I'm going to explain it just in case. I believe the early bird gets the worm. And you get out on trail early on a morning, and I do this on my through hikes. Sometimes I'm on trail early. I wake up at 4. By the time I've had coffee and some oatmeal, I'm on trail by 5. And sometimes I wake up at 5 and again on trail by 6. But I believe if you do that, then all the worms are yours. Oh yeah. The early bird gets the worm. Gorgeous out here right now. Absolutely beautiful. the trail at this moment in time. Of course, snow covered. I was out here about, I'm going to say 4 days ago on this particular trail. And I was breaking trail through about a foot of snow. Take a look at the view along the hydro lines. I'm sure you can see that now. The GoPro is much more capable in a little lighter kind of conditions than we had earlier. But again, what a beautiful sky I'm seeing out there. Just loving this. My goodness. Okay, well, as I've said, it's Jasper here, and welcome to my world. A beautiful day. Here we go, guys. A beautiful day for a day hike. So, I mentioned earlier that this particular hike today, this particular video, is somewhat of an explanation hike, an explanation video. Use your words, Gary. Anyhow, having said that, 2022, first of all, was a great year for me, for my hiking. Sad year in other things, but a great year for my hiking. The Appalachian Trail, 142 days on that trail. Well, that's just a story in itself. And then, of course, the Bruce Trail. Well, 32 days on that trail. That's another story in itself. But I stopped supporting my YouTube channel. And I did that simply because what I felt was just poor kind of productivity, if you will. It just didn't seem to be well received by the public compared to other people, other hikers and so on. I might get 50 views in a day where some hikers would get 1,000 plus in a day. And that wasn't every day for me. That was when I uploaded a fresh video, a new video. So that was at the peak of its performance. It just went down to just a handful of 3 or 4 views a day. And for the amount of work that one puts into creating the videos, not to mention the gear you have to carry on trail for recording the videos, I realize a lot of people just use a cell phone. I don't. Right now I'm using my GoPro Hero Black, GoPro Hero 8 Black with my GoPro articulated 3-stage kind of selfie mounting stick, which I really like, by the way. I like that combination. I did just purchase, and 2 reasons why. One was I got a good deal on it, and secondly, it would take a better still image than this particular GoPro will. So I just purchased a GoPro Hero 9, which I'd actually had before. I had one of those before, and then I sold it. But I just purchased a new one, and I got a very good deal on it. Anyhow, so I've had 1 or 2 comments and kind of emails. Nose is running. Ha! I'm sure you'll know. Oh God, if you watch my videos, my nose does that a lot when I'm hiking in the cooler temperatures. So I apologize about the sniffles, but anyhow. So as I was saying, I've had 1 or 2, handful, maybe 5 comments and emails and so on about how come then people are not seeing, they haven't seen my videos, or, am I okay? Well, yes, I'm okay. I'm very much okay. I retired last year from the working world, although that's at 65. I'll be 66 this year, this summer. Although I am still doing some work, but nothing at all related to anything I've ever done before. I am doing Instacart, which is shopping for people, and I do that essentially on a part-time basis. And that really does make a huge difference to my income. as far as being a pension receiving senior citizen who gets his CPP and, you know, the government old age security, is that called, or old age pension, whatever. So that really makes a difference. But I'm alive and well. I'm hiking pretty much all the time. Well, somebody just yesterday asked me if I was still hiking. So yes, to answer that question, I hike in the winter months and pretty much any time. But in the winter months, I'm doing about 3 to 5 hikes a week. Day hikes, of course, for me. I'm not particularly a winter camper in Ontario. But when I've been on some of my through hikes, such as last year starting the Appalachian Trail on February the 24th, of course, we had some certain days and nights which were very much winter conditions. So there was a bit of information, or a bit of an explanation of why I kind of stopped supporting my YouTube channels. My trail name Jasper channel. And I kind of miss doing it. I miss the video recording and I miss the editing. It's very time consuming. It's a lot of work. And ooh, a little muddy through here. We just finished it. It's hard to believe. Just a few days ago it was like a wind chill of minus 32 or something. And today's high I think is something like plus 4. I think right now it's pretty much right about freezing at the top of Blue Mountain. At the base it was probably about plus 1 or 2. Nice little water source here. Little winter stream, brook, creek. A little bit of a water crossing over the ice bridge. It's still very much intact. Oh, except for that hole that I just studied. Oh well. So I've been thinking a little bit about maybe revamping my YouTube channel and continuing essentially from where I left off with both the Appalachian Trail and the Bruce Trail hikes, or maybe just, I don't know, starting from scratch, creating a whole new channel. See if I can do it a little different this time. See if I can get a little bit of better kind of acceptance or reception to my channel a second time around. I don't know. Maybe do things differently. Anyhow, again, I just wanted to make this short video, give an explanation. I thank the people that have emailed me and messaged me for doing so and checking on me. Thank you. One gentleman contacted me yesterday, Chris. And hopefully you see this video, Chris, and you know who you are. But thank you for those kind words. And that very much supportive kind of comeback that you gave me. And I very much appreciate that. But anyhow, I do miss the YouTube world. And I've learned and continue to learn so much from YouTube, so much from other hikers, be them seasoned, experienced hikers, or guys just starting fresh out of the gate for the very first time. I learned so much from people's ideas, different point of views, different perspectives, and so on. The trail, well, yeah. Excuse me. It's at a temperature that makes it somewhat challenging. It's not warm enough just to be a complete slush. It's not cold enough to be a frozen solid. It's at that temperature where you sink into it, but it's kind of a wet enough temperature, a wet enough kind of medium, or snow and ice, that it just grabs onto your feet. as I say, I was on this section of trail just a few days ago and it was extremely challenging. It took me about an hour longer than it would normally do to do the same hike out to the Otla Bluff and back. And that was just snow conditions, the amount of snow, the lack of traffic on the trail, which meant I was breaking trail through a foot of snow. And that makes it challenging, especially in the scrambling sections, which we will be coming up to later in the morning. Okay, as usual, Jasper's babbling. We'll talk to you in a bit. Hey guys, well, first of all, I hope I've got the GoPro set in the right place because I've got it set in the snow right now. But this is my first break of the day. Got my coffee as usual. It's good. Actually, it has a funny taste to it for some reason. I don't know why. Anyhow, I got some fruit, some yogurt and so on, which I'll have later. Right now I think I'm going to have a Bobo's Original. Bobo's Original. It's kind of like I'm going to say a granola / oatmeal type of bar. And I'm feeling hungry, so yeah, it's an oatmeal / granola. Good. Woo. Excuse me. Nose running. Oh boy. Great morning so far. Obviously it's light now. Not sure of the time. We set up around 6. I don't know. 7:30 maybe? 8 o'clock? I don't know. But we're doing okay. So far so good. I'm at a trailhead right now. There's parking here for the Bruce Trail. But there's no cars today, or not right now, maybe later. The trail has been used, for sure. Yeah. 2023. What does that hold for Jasper as far as his through hikes are concerned? Well, as I probably mentioned a little earlier, I retired. I actually officially retired in August, but I retired in my mind in February, just when I was starting the Appalachian Trail, because I knew I wasn't going back to work after that, because I would have been on trail for so long, 6 months anyhow. That's another story, by the way. The 6 months in the United States for me as a Canadian. That gets really interesting, but that's for another day. Anyhow, so for 2023, I do have hikes planned. Now, as you know, I live in Ontario, of course, and the Bruce Trail is my home trail, and I love the Bruce. There's other trails I'd like to do in the United States, but there's reasons why I can't do those right now. But I can do our Ontario trails. I can do the Bruce Trail again, which I'd be fine doing. So I've I've no-bowed the Bruce, I've so-bowed the Bruce, I've yo-yoed the Bruce. So what's left? Well, this year I'm thinking of actually a flip-flop of the Bruce Trail as a through hike. So going back to 2022, after I'd done the Appalachian Trail and the Bruce Trail, I had a small camper that myself and my girlfriend had purchased, and we were remodeling, and we just got it all done. But then I came across a motorhome that I really wanted, so we bought that, and we sold the little camper. So the motorhome is what I have now, and we'd always said as we get older and retire, Joanne, my girlfriend, still has a year to work, but I don't. But anyhow, so I do want to do some traveling in that, Joanne and I, this summer. Just starting off steady, just 2 or 3 days here, 2 or 3 days there, maybe a week here, a week there, something like that. As I say, I still have to work, so I'm doing Instacart part-time. In fact, I'll be working on that tomorrow. Instacart, if you don't know, it's like a shopping service where you shop for groceries for people and deliver them. It's all done on an app, kind of like Uber and all that kind of stuff. It's called Instacart. It's good. It's okay. So one thing I was thinking of doing in 2023 as far as hiking is concerned is through hiking the Bruce again. That would be my 5th time. But this time, possibly starting, say, earlier in the year. I do love the Bruce in the fall. It's beautiful. But earlier in the year, starting in the midsection, which is very close to where I am right now, close to where I live, and doing rather the northern half or the southern half. So, say, 450 kilometers. And then coming home and doing some trips here and there in my motorhome for the summer and so on. And then in the fall, doing the second half of the Bruce Trail, whichever half I didn't do, the north or the south. So that's something I'm thinking of doing. Plus, of course, there'll be lots of 1, 2, 3, and 4 day hikes here and there, different things. I'll probably do the Blue Mountain section again, end to end. Love that. So yeah, those are some of the plans for 2023, but it's all just penciled right now. Things could change. It's possible I'd end up back on the Colorado Trail or something, but I just don't see that happening because I don't want to tell you why, because it would spoil the up and coming. If I do more videos on the Appalachian Trail, it would actually spoil that if I was to give out too much information today. But anyhow, there's definitely hikes in progress, in planning stage, for sure. And 2023 will be no different than any other year for Jasper. He'll be hiking just like he is today. This Bobo is the original one. They have different flavors, but I really like the original one. It's basic. I like basic. Don't want to waste any. This area right here is a very icy scrambling descent. It's not long by any means, but it's icy and it's scrambly and it's challenging. A person could quite easily hurt themselves. I am wearing spikes, of course. I'm wearing Catulas. So, but yeah, very, very, very icy indeed. Be very careful. Whew. So heading south on the Bruce, we descend this section, and heading north, of course, we ascend this section. Going up, definitely easier, especially in this ice conditions, than going down. No doubt about that. Super, super slippy. Okay. So that is pretty much the extent of that scramble right there. Hope you're enjoying today's hike. We're getting closer and closer, but still a ways to go to reach the Owsley Bluff lookout itself. Anyhow, I'm actually running short of battery power. One thing I noticed about the batteries of the GoPro Hero 8 Black, in the cooler weather, the batteries don't last very long. We'll see how the 9 makes out. I know they have now for cold weather battery does GoPro called an Enduro. Is it worth buying one? Don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's keep pushing on. Take a look at that view from the Owsley Bluff lookout. Georgian Bay, if you can see it, it is, oh, somewhere down here is the Collingwood Marine Grain Terminals. Way in the distance, Wasaga Beach, where my home is. Hey, I do know I'm about to run out of battery power. So I hope you've enjoyed the hike today. I'm going to sit, have some electrolyte water, and eat my fruit and yogurt, and then I'm going to punch it back. It's a great training day. It's a good hard-working day. And I do that a lot, and it's good. It really does help with the true hikes. So listen, hey, an explanation of why those videos stopped coming for the Bruce Trail and the Appalachian. Well, we went through that. But do please like, share, comment, do subscribe. If you folks subscribe to my channel, it will inspire me and make it worthwhile to produce more videos. And from 2022, the Appalachian Trail and the Bruce Trail, I've also got some amazing footage and information about the gear I use, what works, what doesn't work, what companies support you, what companies do not support you, such as take Osprey packs. Terrible service, would not honor their warranty, and yet take Ultra footwear, trail runners. Amazing service, and they couldn't do enough to help me. So, hey, we've got lots of information. Whether you agree with it or not, it's my 2 cents worth, and that's it. But we have lots of information, lots of footage, lots of pictures, lots of adventures to share. So please do subscribe to the channel, and that way it has a chance to grow. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.